Alright guys, so I'm making a video on x-intercept and y-intercept. Basically, we know already y-intercept is where your line is going to cross the y-axis. It could be anywhere on here, but it's where your line is going to cross it. That being said, x-intercept is just going to be where your line crosses the x-axis. They're important because basically all you need is 2 points in order to graph a line. So if you had the x-intercept and the y-intercept, you would have 2 points, and it would be an easy way to graph certain types of lines. So just for example, if I were to tell you that your y-intercept was 4, we can make a point right here on the y-axis. And if I said the x-intercept was -3, I can make a point right here on the x-axis. So now I have those 2 points. To make a line, all I would have to do is connect them, and I know that's not straight, but that's the general idea here, is to just get the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and to connect them to get your line. Now, obviously, you'd be a lot more precise. You'd get a ruler, or you'd make sure you have a straight line. Now, in order to find the x and y-intercept, here's the deal. You look at the x-axis. Everything on the x-axis is 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, and so on. So everything on the x and anything that can be an x-intercept is blank 0. Whereas on the y-axis, I have 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, or it could be negative 0, -1, 0, -2, 0, -3. But basically, we get 0 and then something. So here's the deal. If I have an equation, like say my equation is 2x minus 3y equals 12. What I'm basically trying to do is I'm going to try to figure out if I plug in 0 for y, what will x be? And then vice versa. If I plug in 0 for x, what would y be? So for my x-intercept, you notice the x-intercept is blank 0. The 0 is in the y-coordinate spot. So I can plug in 2x minus 3, and I plug in 0 for y equals 12. So I'm basically saying if I plugged in 0 for y, what would the x-coordinate be? Well, 3 times 0 is just nothing, right? So basically I have 2x equals 12. And I can divide by 2 and figure out that x equals 6. So I go back up here. When my y-coordinate was 0, my x-coordinate was 6. And now I'm going to do the same thing, but for the y-intercept. So for the y-intercept, I plug 0 in for x. So let's see. For the y-intercept, it would be 2 times 0, plugging in 0 for x, minus 3y equals 12. So 2 times 0 is just 0, but I have negative 3y equals 12, and when I divide by negative 3, I get y is negative 4. So basically, when I plugged 0 in for x, the y-coordinate was negative 4. So I have my 2 x and y intercepts, and all I would do is make a point at each one. So I have 6, 0, my x-intercept, and I have 0, -4, my y-intercept, and then I would connect them. Oh, kind of missed right there, kind of like that. Again, you would be more precise and make a straight line.